How's it going, everyone? Another week in February, another packed lineup of game releases. While I wouldn't say like last week or the coming weeks, we have a big heavy hitter that everybody is super excited about. Last week, Dying Light. Next week, Horizon. The week after that, Elden Ring. This week still has a plethora of new releases that I think people should have their eye on, and one of them, the reviews are coming out. They're already looking really good. A new JRPG, couple of titles that are rather interesting to me. I believe we got about 8 games to go over, so let's get right into it, and let's start things off with Sifu. Very happy to see the reviews of this game. Slow Clap seemingly did a very good job with the game. IGN gave the game a 9. I believe GameSpot gave it a 9 as well. And let me actually pull up the Metacritic for you guys right now. The game is sitting at an 81 for the PlayStation 5 version, so very respectable, you know, Metacritic score there. We'll see how the game ultimately turns out from a fan perspective. Remember that the game is already out for those of you that pre-ordered the deluxe edition. Its official release, which will be $40, will be out tomorrow, February the 8th. So excited about this one. I thought Slow Clap did a decent job with Absolver. I thought they had, you know, the fundamentals in place for what could be a pretty good combat-oriented game, and this one seems to really realize what Slow Clap could do. And again, 81 on Metacritic, and I'm sure that score will fluctuate a little bit as the game drops officially tomorrow, but people are already playing the game if you did pre-order the deluxe edition, as I mentioned. And it seems like there is a healthy level of excitement for this game as well, so that's good to see. And again, February 8th, you guys can check this game out for $40. Next up, we have Edge of Eternity, which is coming to major consoles tomorrow. PlayStation 4, I believe it's coming to PlayStation 5, yes. Nintendo Switch, and Xbox One. The Switch version will be dropping in a couple weeks, so that should be noted. But Edge of Eternity dropped on PC back in June of last year, was in early access for quite a while. The game's got a mostly positive reception on Steam across 2,565 reviews. 78% of the reviews are positive. I have to say, when you look at the game, and given that this game is at a budget price point, visually, it does look like a bigger budget game. I am a sucker for JRPG, so I'll definitely be checking it out. The game will also be available through Xbox Game Pass on PC and Xbox One and Xbox Series X and S come tomorrow, so that is something to note as well. Again, the game will officially drop on PS4, PS5, X1, and Series X on Thursday, February the 10th. Next up, we have OliOli World. This is a game that I didn't know much about earlier, however, it really came to my attention recently, and right away, love the aesthetic to this game. Really has a cartoony vibe going on for it, but it's a very colorful game. It notes OliOli World is a bold new skateboarding action platformer that is bursting with personality. Flip and flow through the vivid and vibrant world of Redlandia, meeting colorful characters as you grind, trick, and air your way to discover the mystical skate gods on your quest for Nirvana. Now, the game is scheduled to drop tomorrow, and it will be priced at $29.99, so maybe if you're looking at it as an indie title, maybe that's a higher price point. But the game, again, beautiful visual style here, and hopefully this one does do pretty well. It's actually being published by Private Division, which I find rather interesting, but we'll see how it turns out. Again, this one is dropping tomorrow. Next up, we have another PC game making the transition to PlayStation 4, and that is Unbound Worlds Apart. This was a game that was received very well on PC with 438 Steam user reviews. 88% of those reviews were positive, and it has a 78 on Metacritic. Priced at $19.99, the game is an adventure platformer that notes summon portals to overcome vicious beasts, devious puzzles, and fiendish platforming challenges. Master the unique power of each portal to stop the collapse of reality while exploring lush, hand-drawn worlds and unraveling a deep narrative full of mysteries. Game's got a pretty good art style here as well. Very colorful and vibrant as well. Definitely a different look than OliOli World, but the game had a solid reception on PC. I don't know about that $19.99 price tag to pick it up right away, but maybe want to add to the wish list and pick it up sometime down the line on a sale. Next up, we have Breakout Recharge, the return of the original Brick Breaker. As noted, the original Brick Breaker returns with its toughest challenge yet. Survive as long as you can in arcade or take on one of 50 challenges, picking up game-changing power-ups along the way. Definitely has a classic vibe to it, but also modernizes the look for a 2022 audience. The key features of the game notes old meets new, classic Breakout gameplay updated with refined control and modern visual flourishes, power-up blast, special bricks to pick up paddle transforming power-ups, a railgun, explosive balls, missile launchers, and more challenges complete in a series of 50 challenges designed to put even the most seasoned players to the test, compete, reach the top of global leaderboards for arcade and individual challenge modes, and you can bring a friend, play local co-op in every mode. Breaking bricks is better together, and Get in the Groove rock out to an original score by Megan McDuffie. Again, this is going to be a bit of a throwback release, but for those of you that enjoyed it back in the day, it's coming from Atari, one that I know a lot of us are nostalgic, with me a little bit less so, but definitely can get into this. It'll be interesting to see what the reception for a game like this is, but it will be dropping on February the 10th. Next up, another older PC title making the transition to consoles, and that is Skautfold, Shrouded in Sanity. Right away when I saw, like, the visuals for this game, as in the artwork, I immediately thought Castlevania. It's definitely got a bit of a Castlevania vibe going on for it, but also different from a gameplay standpoint. The game notes, discover the secrets of the estate as you look for answers among the violent inhabitants. A strange and repelling madness took hold of the servants roaming the halls, and they will attack on sight, for their madness is one rooted in a deeper understanding of cosmic insignificance. The game got a 85% positive, very positive reception on Steam. It was priced at $5, so this is going to be a very cheap game to buy, but again, another one that's a bit of a throwback with its art style. Definitely has some Super Nintendo vibes going on for it, but this one will be dropping this Friday, February the 11th. Next up, we have Oddworld Stranger's Wrath HD. Now, this has been available on a plethora of platforms, but hasn't been available on PlayStation 4, believe it or not, and it will finally be making that transition. It's available on the PS3, but now you can play it on the PS4. Of course, Oddworld Stranger's Wrath is a upgraded version, well, this HD edition. You're the stranger, a mysterious bounty hunter on a mission to bag the ultimate prize, and you need that money like no one else because there is something very wrong with your health, and the only way to fix it is a very costly operation. Obviously, a game that a lot of people are super nostalgic with, and now you can check it out on the PlayStation 4 come this Friday. Priced at $9.99 on PC. I imagine that it will be a similar price point on PlayStation 4. Lastly, I do want to give a mention to Rise of the Third Power, an old-school RPG. It notes, Rise of the Third Power is a retro-themed console-style role-playing game loosely based on the political climate of Europe in the late 1930s. The story takes place in the land of Rin during the height of the Age of Sail, following the events that would lead to the greatest war in human history. The game is definitely, again, another one that I know not everybody's going to be super into based on the visual style. This is definitely a throwback to Super Nintendo RPGs, but that's kind of what they're going for. If you're a fan of old school JRPGs, it might be something you're into. The story notes, join a party of 8, each with their own unique ambitions, perspectives, and personalities as they embark upon a suicide mission to topple the Arctian Emperor Dmitry Noroskov. A blend of humor, drama, and tragedy await players as they navigate the treacherous world of Rin. Again, political intrigue is a big element of the game. You got a custom battle system and persistent equipment. Each piece of equipment found, purchased, or stolen is a permanent, unique upgrade for each character. Instead of purchasing replacements, the player purchases upgrades. No more buying that awesome helmet back in town only to stumble over a better one as a treasure in a dungeon, as it's noted in the description. Rise of the Third Power is due out on February the 10th. And that's going to do it for me. Again, I think this week will definitely be highlighted by Sifu, but this week might also be a week that a lot of people, you know, wish list a bunch of games but don't pick anything up right away. Me personally, definitely excited to check out Edge of Eternity. I've been meaning to do that for quite a while on PC. Now it's going to be available on plethora of platforms, Switch in 2 weeks. OliOli World, definitely a game that has piqued my interest. Excited to check that out and see how the reception for that is. And of course, Sifu is going to be one that a lot of people, I imagine, will be checking out, especially after the critical reception has dropped. That's going to do it for me. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comments section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.